Your new album,
Yeah.
Systematic Chaos. It's I think a bit more aggressive, louder than maybe darker than the previous ones. Is it?
Well, I mean,
was
our
it- was it-
heaviest album by far was, Train of Thought. That was, relentless and in your face, and it was like that from the beginning to the end of it. With Systematic Chaos, I think that there's a bit more going on as far as bringing in the other styles of music that have always been a part of Dream Theater, whether it be the progressive elements or alternative elements or pop elements and that. And they intertwine, I think, in a very balanced sense. So I think there's a bit more depth going on stylistically with this album than, say, with Train of Thought. And whereas Octavarium was a bit more in the progressive sense, of the word. And I think it's a really cool situation in the way that we incorporated all the styles that have always been present on each and every one of our albums. But I think that the way that they have really meshed up together is a very focused and balanced way.
You mentioned Octavarium, the previous one. I read some reviews and people comparing some stuff to bands like Muse and U2.
Sure, I'm sure that you could listen to any one of our albums and say, that's similar to this band, or that sounds similar to this. We get it all.
Is it do you listen to that?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Do I love Muse? Yeah, absolutely. I think Muse is great. Do I love Coldplay? I love Coldplay as well. Like, there were some comparisons to that. Yeah. Do I love U2? Of course I love U2. I think they're an amazing band. They've created their own mark in history in their legends. But at the same time, I think that we also get the comparisons. Oh, that sounds a bit like Rush, or that might sound a bit more like a Deep Purple or Yes influence, or Pink Floyd influence, or Metallica influence, or so we get it depending on what that particular song is saying to people. And I think it's just a way of people being able to identify with what it is. People automatically want to say, oh, that sounds something like that band or this band, and that's cool. I think that happens all the time.
At this moment, new bands, new music that you're really into?
Well, I think what Lamb of God and Trivium are doing is really cool. Stone Sour is really cool. I think, I've always been into Bjork. I got her latest, Bjork, and Incubus. I love their latest. As well as even Linkin Park. I've been listening to a bit of that, and I think it's cool what these bands are doing. I think that they're still really proving themselves, and they are too, as well as something that's similar to us. Is they have an identity. When you hear those bands, you go, right on. That's cool. That's them. That's them. A band that I've always loved is Seven Dust. I think that's an incredible band, and I think they deserve a hell of a lot more recognition than they get. They're just a great band, fantastic band.
Okay. So is that what you search for in music, identity?
Well, I think that that's important for any band. I think that you have to create your own sound and your own vibe musically. Otherwise, you sound like the rest of the heap. And then how can you distinguish between one and the other? So I think it's important for any band out there, no matter what the angle or the direction you're going musically is, that you create something that people are saying, that's them. And whenever they hear it, they know it's them. For sure.